Hi, I'm K.Balaramakrishna, a lecturer in English from TTWRDC, Karimnagar. Today I am going to teach you the topic active voice and passive voice. Now we will see what active voice is and what passive voice is. See, active voice is a sentence in which we can see the subject does something or the subject performs an action. This sentence is called active voice. Okay, for example, if you see the sentence, I play cricket. See here, we can see I is the subject, play is the verb, cricket is object, right? In this sentence we can see the subject does something. What the I does here? I does here playing cricket. That's why I is the subject. Okay? Now let us see passive voice. Cricket is played by me. Here, the subject receives an action from object. That is called passive voice. Here, the subject receives an action from object. That's why this sentence is called a passive voice sentence. Okay? If you want to convert an active voice sentence into passive voice sentence, we have to follow 6 steps. Okay? There are 6 steps to convert an active voice into passive voice. Let us see those 6 steps. Okay? Now let us see 6 steps. 6 steps are there to convert an active voice into passive voice. Right? First one is identify subject, verb and object. Right? Now the second one is change the object of active voice as subject of passive voice. Right? On the third one is the appropriate auxiliary verb must be used according to its tense. Okay? And the fourth rule is that there should be V3 form. There should be past participle. You know, past participle should be used in this passive sentence. Okay? See, the past participle must be must be used in passive voice. Okay, and the fifth one is there should be a preposition by. That means the preposition by should follow the past parts. Okay, the preposition by should follow the past parts. Okay, this is the fifth one, and the last and the sixth step is that change the subject of an active voice as object of a passive voice. See here, the sixth rule is subject of active voice becomes object of passive voice. These are the 6 rules to convert an active voice into passive voice, right? Let's see these 6 rules or 6 steps again. The first one is identify the subject, verb and object in the given past active voice sentence. For example, if any active voice sentence is given, we have to find out a subject, verb and object. Next one is we have to change the object of an active voice as the subject of passive voice. And the third rule is that we have to use the appropriate auxiliary verb in passive voice according to its tense. For example, if it is in simple present tense, we have to use either is or yeah. Okay. For example, if it is in past simple past tense, then we have to use was or were. If a sentence is in past perfect tense, we have to use has or have. If it is in a present perfect, then we have to use has or have. If it is in past perfect, we have to use had. Okay. In this way, we have to use appropriate auxiliary verb in passive voice. Now let us see the fourth one. We have to use in any passive voice V3. Okay. Actually, the verb can exist in 3 forms, right? And here, first one is base form. Second one is here base form. Next one is present past form. Next one is past participle. Past participle. In this way, verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. We have to use only verb 3 in passive voice. Okay, that's why we have to use past participle must be used in passive voice, and the preposition by should be used in passive voice, and it should always follow the past participle. Okay, in this fifth rule, there should be a preposition by, and this by should follow the past participle, right? And the last one is subject of an active voice becomes object of passive voice. These are the 6 rules if you want to convert into an active voice into passive voice, right? This is the way how we can. These are the 6 rules for converting an active voice into passive voice. Let us see some basics. Yes, let us see some basics here. In active voice, we can see subjective pronoun. In passive voice, it becomes objective pronoun. For example, if you see I, it became we. For example, if you see we, it becomes us. For example, if you see you, it becomes again you. Okay. For example, if you see she, it will become her in passive voice, and if you see he, it will become him. Okay, and if you see they became them. Okay, now if you see it remains as it, even in passive voice. Okay, here I in active voice became me in passive voice. Right? Here I became me, we became us, you became you, she became her, he became him, they became them, it became it. Okay, these are the subjective pronouns and these are the objective pronouns. Right? This is the way how subjective pronoun became objective pronoun in passive voice. Right? Let us see some examples. See here, I bring a book. See here, this is a sentence. Actually, this sentence is in simple present tense, right? Okay, because this is subject, V1 and object. Subject, V1, object. That's why we can say that this sentence is in simple present tense, right? Now, let us see how we can convert this sentence into passive voice, right? Here, the first rule is that we have to identify subject, verb, and object. Okay. Next, what is the second rule? Second rule is that change the object of passive voice. A book. Okay. Is here the third rule is that we have to use auxiliary verb. We have to use auxiliary verb according to its tense. Since it is in a simple present tense, we have to use the helping verb or auxiliary verb is, because a book is a singular noun. Since it is a singular noun, we have to use is. Okay. Here I am using is as it is in simple present tense. That's why. Okay, I have used is. What is the next rule? The next rule is that we have to use past participle in passive voice. What is the past participle here? Bring, brought, brought. So a book is brought. Okay. What is the fifth rule here? Fifth rule is that we have to use the preposition by and it should follow by this past participle. So we have to use by. Here I became me. See here, my students. Here we can say that I became me, right? An object of an active voice became subject of passive voice, and we can also see auxiliary verb and V3 and by the preposition and I became me. See, this is the way how we can convert an active voice into passive voice, right? Now let us see another sentence. See, he cuts an apple. Right? Here we can see an apple. Okay? As for the first rule, we have find out subject, verb, and object. Right? Now what we have to do? This became subject of an active voice, passive voice. An apple is a helping verb. Is cut by me. Right? This is the way how we can convert an active voice into passive voice. Right? Now let us see another sentence. They play cricket. They play cricket. Here, cricket is object, play is verb, and they is subject. So we can convert as per the rules. Cricket is played by them. Okay, this is the way how we can convert an active voice into passive voice. Now let us see some other examples. Okay, I am teaching English. I am teaching English. See here, actually this sentence is in present continuous tense because present continuous tense is used to indicate an action when we talk at the time of speaking. If an action is going on at the time of speaking, that action is in present continuous tense. Here, I am teaching English. If you want to convert this sentence into passive voice, we have to apply the same rule as we already used in our previous sentences. Here, we can see some difference in this sentence. What is according to the 6 rules, the first rule is that we have to identify subject, and this is helping verb, this is main verb, and this is object. Okay? Now, what is the second rule? And English is object in active voice and it becomes subject in passive voice. So, English. Okay? Since English is a singular, and since it is in a present continuous tense, we have to use the helping verb is. Okay? Now you have to note one thing. What it is, when there is an inform in active voice, we have to use being, and this being should be followed by this helping verb. English is being taught by me. Okay? Here English is being taught by me. Here you can see I became me. Okay? Here teach, taught. Okay? English is being taught by me. Next one is he is playing cricket. Is playing cricket. See here, we can see this sentence is also in present continuous tense because we can see inform, and we can see is, and is the helping verb in present continuous tense. Okay, that's why we can say that the sentence is in present continuous tense. Okay, here let us see how we can convert. Cricket is being played by him. Okay, as for the 6 rules, what is the first rule? The first rule is that we have to see subject, helping verb, main verb, and object. Right? See, according to the second step, object of the active voice became subject of the passive voice, and we have to use helping verb. Here, is the helping verb. Since it is in inform, we have to use being, and again, as for the 6 rules, and play became played, and we have to use the preposition by, and it should be followed by past participle, and he became him. Okay, this is the way how we can convert an active voice into passive voice when the sentence is in present continuous tense. Right? Now let us see another sentence. Okay. Now the sentence, we can see they are writing book. Here we can see, okay, here we can see this sentence is in present continuous tense, because we can see inform, and we can also see here helping verb. That's why we can say that this sentence is in present continuous tense. Okay. Now, as for the 6 rules, we can see the subject, helping verb, main verb, and object. This is the subject and helping verb and main verb, and this is object. Now let us see how we can convert into passive voice. See, book. Okay, second rule is object of the active voice became subject of the passive voice. Book is being written by them. Here we can see subject of the object of the an active voice became subject. That's why we can write book, and we have to use the helping verb is. Since it is in a inform, we have to write being. Okay, and we have to write verb 3 of write. Okay, write, wrote, written. That's why we have to write written, and we have to use the preposition by, and the last one is they became them. Okay, this is the way how we can convert an active voice into passive voice when a sentence is in present continuous tense. Okay, now let us see another example. Let us see some examples, the sentences which are in present perfect tense. See, I have written a letter. I have written a letter. See here, this sentence is in present perfect tense. Present perfect tense means any action which is completed just now or recently, those actions can be considered as present perfect tense, right? See here, this sentence is in present perfect tense, as this is the subject and this is the helping verb and this is the main verb and this is the object, right? Here, okay? Now let us see how we can convert this sentences into passive voice. A letter, okay, a letter. You know, this sentence is in present perfect tense. Here, the helping verb should be has, because this is a singular noun. Okay, we have to note another thing in this sentence. Since we can see have written, and we can write been in this sentence. Been should be followed by has. A letter has been. A letter has been written by me. Okay? See here, a letter has been written by me. When the sentence is in perfect tense, we have to use been. We have to remember been. Whereas in the case of present continuous tense, when there is an ing form, then we have to use been. Okay? And next sentence is he has done his homework. Okay? See here, he has done his homework. This sentence is also in present perfect tense. Okay? Here you can see this is the subject, this is helping verb, and this is main verb, and this is object. Right? Here we can see subject, helping verb, main verb, and object. Okay? If you want to convert this sentence, what we have to do is that, as per the 6 rules, homework, his homework, his homework, his homework, his homework has been done by him. His homework has done by him. Right? In this sentence, we can say that his homework has been done by him. Okay? Okay, this is the way how we can convert an active voice into passive voice. The sentences which are in present perfect tense. Now, let us see some other examples. Now let us see some examples. I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter. See here, this sentence is in simple past, right? Because we can see I is the subject and wrote is the main verb and a letter is object, right? This sentence can be considered as a simple past tense. Now, if you want to convert the sentence into passive voice, we can follow the 6 steps. A letter was written, because we have to use was. Why? Because was is the helping verb in simple past tense. Okay? If it is a singular noun, we have to use was. If it is a plurality, then we have to use verb. Because the sentence is in simple past tense. Okay? The helping verb should be used according to its tense as per the 6 rules. That's why we have to use was in this sentence. A letter was written by by me. Okay, a letter was written by me. Next, he ate 2 mangoes. Right? Now, in this sentence, we can see that this is a subject, this is main verb, okay, and this is object. Okay, here 2 mangoes were eaten by him. Okay, 2 mangoes were eaten by him. Here, since this is in plurality, or 2 mangoes means its number is 2. That's why we have to write verb. What is the helping verb? And we have to write V3 of eat, ate, eaten, and we have to write the preposition by, and he became him. Right? This is the way how we can convert an active voice to passive voice. Right? Let us see. Now let us see some examples. He was doing his homework. See, this sentence is in past continuous tense, right? Since it is in past continuous tense, what we have to do is that, as said earlier, we have to use being, because here we can see in form in this sentence. Okay, let us see as per the 6 rules. His homework was, because his homework means it shows singularity. That's why we have to use was. Being done by him. Okay, here we can see his homework was being done by him. Okay, here the main word is doing. That's why do, did, done. Right? And now let us see. They were playing cricket. See here, cricket was being played by them. Cricket was being played by them. Cricket was being played by them. Okay, and this is the way how we can convert the sentences which are in past continuous tense into passive tense. Okay, and let us see some other examples. Okay, now let us see some other examples. He had written a letter. Okay, see here, this sentence is in past perfect tense. That is why we have to use had been. Okay, when there is a helping verb had, we have to use had been in the passive voice. Okay, and the rules are as usually we can write a letter had been written by him. Okay, see here, as per the 6 rules, we can see subject and helping verb, and this is the main verb, and this is object. These are the this is the first rule, and as for the second rule, a letter had been this. Okay, and next let us take another example here. They had finished their work. They have finished their work. Okay, now let us see how we can convert this sentence into passive voice. Their work had been finished. Their work had been finished by them. Okay, see here we can see they have finished their work. Okay, their work had been finished by them. Here, since the helping verb is had in the active voice, we can see had been in the passive voice. This is the way how we can convert an active voice into passive voice. Let us see some examples. Okay, now let us see some examples in simple future tense. Ali post this letter. I'll post this letter. Okay, see here. Now let us see this sentence. How we can convert into passive voice. This letter will be posted by me. Okay, now let us see, this is subject, and this is helping verb, and this is main verb. Okay, and this is object. See here, this letter will be posted by me. Okay, this letter will be posted by me. Here you can see that I is the subject, will is helping verb, task is main verb, and this letter is an object. And when we convert this sentence into passive voice, we can see this letter became subject of passive voice, and here will became will be, Okay, and we have to write toasted here. Toasted. That's why we have write toasted, and we have to use the preposition by. Okay, and this preposition should be followed by past participle, and we have to use by here. And I became me in passive voice. Okay, this is the way how we can convert an active voice into passive voice in future or simple future tense. Now let us see another example. I will have done my work. See here, we can say I will have done my work. In this sentence, the sentence is in future perfect tense. Okay? Future perfect tense means any action which is supposed to be completed in the future. That sentences are called future perfect tense. Okay? Here, see my work will have been done by me. Okay, my work will have been done by me. See here, since there is a will have, we can use will have been. This is the way how we can convert into active voice into passive voice. Okay, now let us see some other examples here. Generally, we have seen so far the sentences which are having one object. Okay, if there are more than one object, or if there are two objects, then how we can convert into passive voice? Let us see. She gave me. She gave him. She gave him a letter. See here, we can find two objects. This is one object and this is another object. This object is called direct object. This is called direct object. This is called indirect object. Okay? That's why we have to see direct object and indirect object. We can convert this sentence into two ways. We can take this direct as main object. That's why he was given a letter by her. Right? He was given a letter by her. If you take this object, indirect object, a letter was given to him, given to her by a letter was given to him by her. A letter was given to him by her. Okay, this is the way how we can convert an active voice into passive voice when there are two objects. Okay, sometimes instead of by we can also use to infinitive. Okay, to infinitive. I married her. Okay, in this sentence, I is the subject and married is the verb and her is the object. Instead of using by, we can use to.
45 minutes, sir.
Okay, we can also use to. She was married to me. She was married to me. Here, instead of using by, we can use to. And the final one is final thing is when, if you want to use some imperative sentences into passive voice. Okay, imperative sentences means if you want to express any command or if you want to express any request, then we have to use these imperative sentences. So, for example, see, open the door. Open the door. Right? Here, this is it shows a command. Okay, that's why we have to use let. The passive voice should be begin with let. Let the door be opened. Open, right? And next one is if you want to write some interrogative sentences into passive voice, they can convert in this way. For example, have you done your work? See here, this is an interrogative sentence. Actually, then what we have to do is that we have to use helping verb first. Okay? In this sentence, has your work done by you. Okay, and we have to write question mark. Here, what we have to write is that has is the helping verb, and we have to put helping verb first in interrogative sentences. Okay, and let us take some examples. If you want to write any sentences which are in request manner, for example, please write a letter. Then we have to convert it into as you are requested to write a letter. Okay, we have to use your requested, your order, your commanded in passive voice, and this is the way how we can convert into active voice into passive voice. Thank you all.